the silhouette resolves into a WWII T-34-85 tank, resting where it has slept for decades.
The tracks act like anchors, increasing suction and resistance.
Before any lift, the problem is reduced to load paths and forces.
Only reinforced hull sections are approved for rigging. The turret must be restrained before ascent. Direct lifting is rejected. The seabed must be loosened first. Sediment is fluidized gradually to avoid shock loads.
Every cleared pocket reduces resistance.
Engineers watch for any uncontrolled shift. Data confirms the seabed is releasing its grip.
Visibility and stability are restored before proceeding.
Only armor-grade structure will carry the load.
Distributed lifting begins with wide slings.
Suspension and tracks are deliberately avoided.
Symmetry reduces torsional stress.
Rotation during ascent is eliminated.
The frame keeps loads within safe limits.
The lift begins, carefully, with no sudden movement.
Engineers pause to confirm the structure is responding as predicted.
Remaining suction is removed before increasing tension. Tank separates gently from the seabed.
Forces are evenly distributed across the hull.
Speed is limited to maintain stability.
Trapped water escapes as the tank rises. The restraint prevents any unwanted movement.
Small inputs keep the load centered.
Tag lines counter lateral forces. Conditions change rapidly near open air.
Decades underwater end in seconds.
Alignment is critical before set down. The cradle takes the weight.
The lift phase is complete. Rigging clear. Rigging clear.
Multi-resistant double niche. Oxygen exposure accelerates corrosion. Salt intrusion is addressed within hours.
The operation shifts from sea to land. The tank enters a controlled environment.
Restoration and preservation begin.
Every mark is documented before intervention.
Structural integrity is verified without cutting.
Internal spaces are treated as fragile environments.
All compartments were assumed full of water.
Salt is removed slowly to protect metal.
Water chemistry guides every step.
The turret is freed only after stabilization.
Aggressive methods are avoided.
Mechanical systems are evaluated individually.
Original identifiers are preserved.
Weakened components are isolated. Every piece is logged.
Decades underwater have altered the steel.
Erosion is halted before reassembly.
Systems return in controlled stages. Alignment is verified before rotation. Resistance remains within limits.
No system is assumed functional.
The tank is evaluated as a complete structure.
The recovery phase is complete.
Long-term stability depends on precise conditions.
Air and light are carefully managed.
Every step is archived for heritage review.
Samples support future research.
Reassembly follows original specifications.
Mobility systems are structurally complete.
Original mass distribution is re-established. Systems are verified without operation.
Motion stays within safe limits.
Resistance remains predictable. Residual salts are removed.
Moisture is reduced gradually.
Appearance follows period standards.
Final elements return to place.
Compliance and care are verified.
The next journey is planned.
Loads transfer to permanent supports.
engineering lines are visible again.
From seabed to stability, the recovery is complete. Design choices that once defined battlefield survival are now studied as engineering.
Every plate tells a manufacturing story.
Tracks once built for mud and snow now rest in silence. The turret's weight shaped every salvage decision.
History is paired with engineering reality.
The vehicle is now stable, documented, and preserved.
The object is observed, not handled.
Manufacturing details survive decades underwater.
Active intervention ends.
The structure is now self-supporting.
The salvage story becomes part of the artifact.
Steel still communicates mass and intent. Nothing about its size is diminished.
The tank now exists as reference, not weapon.
Preservation replaces exposure. Conditions remain controlled, even without visitors. Stillness replaces pressure and current.
The shape endures.
Recovery ends. Preservation continues. Preservation is an ongoing process, not a finish line.
Control replaces chance.
Stability is verified repeatedly.
What once strained cranes now rests silently.
Liaison girl. The recovery becomes a teaching tool.
Material choices defined both war and salvage.
Complexity is made readable.
Nothing is hidden.
The operation followed legal and ethical frameworks.
The artifact now serves understanding.
Is maintained, not assumed.
From seabed to hull, the process is visible.
Original identity is never erased.
Conditions remain constant.
The artifact no longer moves.
Load paths are now permanent.
Steel records its history. Engineering effort replaces loss.
From the seabed to preservation, the journey is complete.